Hello, fellow questers! Today's HelloQuest is educational, and it is about stretching. Now, the common thing I hear from people is I don't have time to stretch. So in this HelloQuest, I'm going to show you a few basic stretches that can get the majority of your body all limbered and loosened up. I'm looking at you, Eddie. This HelloQuest is for you, specifically. So there are a couple different types of stretching. The main two we're going to focus on in this HelloQuest is ballistic and active stretching. Ballistic stretching is where you're doing a stretch and you're kind of moving with it, and it's like the warming up stretching. Active stretching is where you do a stretch and then you hold it and you stay in that position. Now that we've gone over those types of stretching, let's move on to a few of our stretches that you can complete in 5 minutes at home. And it's great, total body stretching. First stretch we're gonna do, you're going to cross one leg in front of the other, like so. And then that same leg I went over with my right side, so I'm gonna take my right arm, I'm gonna put it across my chest, and then I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to pull against myself over in this direction. With this stretch, you're going to get a good spinal rotation, which is needed, as well as a stretch in the tricep, all of the shoulder girdle, lower back, and glute. Now, you can have it here and stretch across this way, or you can go up higher and stretch across that way. That just depends on how deep of a stretch you want, and it targets different areas. And then of course, if you do it in one direction, you're gonna wanna do it in the other direction as well. So the next stretch we're gonna do is we're going to raise our knee and pull it as close as we can to our chest and stomach. And if you want, you can either lean down into it just a little bit. What do you think? This stretch is going to engage the quadriceps, the glutes, and a bit of the lower back. So the next stretch we're gonna do is you're going to extend your foot straight out. I have my toes up and I'm putting weight on my heel, and I'm just going to bend slightly forward, hinging at the hips. I'm not curving down in my spine. It's a nice straight posture, and I'm just leaning into it like this. Now this stretch here is going to stretch a bit of your calf muscle, your hamstring, your glute, and your lower back. And then of course, other side. If you want to get a little bit of a deeper stretch, find a chair or something elevated and just put your foot up there and lean into that stretch. Next stretch we're gonna do is gonna be fairly simple. You're gonna stand in sort of a staggered stance like so. And again, we're going to kind of drive our hips forward like this. And I'm not getting into a lunge, I'm going into sort of a half lunge. I'm not leaning over, I'm not leaning back. I'm trying to keep a nice straight posture. Really feel it all in this area here. And then if you want, you can also work a little bit of the abductors by pivoting the foot. If you look at my feet here, this is one way, and then this is the other way. It stretches different muscle groups. This stretch here is gonna open up those hip flexors as well as your adductors and abductors in your legs. And that's really good to stretch out so you can get those head kicks. Next stretch, you're gonna wanna find a wall, because I don't think everybody has a bob. Just put your hand up on that wall, on a corner or anything, a door frame, and you just rotate right here. Tell them what this stretch is. This stretch is going to stretch the front of the shoulder and all of the pectoral area. Thanks, Jared. The final stretch we're going to do is you're going to lift your arms up above your head. Now, the thing about this stretch is you can lift your arms up and you might get a mild stretch, but what we want to do is we want to elevate our chest, and that's going to really stretch out our abdominal muscles, because this is one way of stretching, but if you see I raise my chest up, oh yes, I can feel the difference right there. And then of course, in this kind of position with the raised chest and arms up, you can side to side as well, and that'll really stretch out the obliques. All right, so those are some stretches that can engage the whole body either for warming up or cooling down. It will not take you more than like 5 minutes to do this. So there's really no excuse, because if you can spend like 2 hours watching Netflix or YouTube like you are now, then you can do this even while you're watching your show. Alrighty, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next time. Get those head kicks. Bah!